All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. I want to talk to you about a weapon in this video that honestly, when somebody brought it up to me, I thought they were joking. But I also did forget that you can get a pattern for this weapon and craft it with some different perks than it had before. Now, in the community, I know we all like one-phasing bosses. If you have the ability to one-phase a boss, or if it's just something that you do often, it's very, very satisfying. You can't say it's not. Especially on newer content, like things like Crota, being the newest raid to come out. Now, Crota isn't really hard per se. I've done this raid many times already. It's very easy raid, but the one phase can be kind of tough if you're not doing the right things, using the right weapons, and having the right setups. Now, the weapon that I want to talk about with you guys in this short video is going to be the BEQUEST Arc Sword from Deepstone Crypt. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure 99% of the community just forgot this weapon existed or completely ignored it when it came out because all the other swords at the time were just way better. Things like Falling Guillotine and Lament, they were just way better. There's no reason for us to use a sword that just isn't doing anything for us. Now, since Deepstone Crypt did get red border weapons and now you can get patterns for all the weapons in the raid and you can craft them, you can now craft this weapon with a couple decent perks that work out pretty well for Crota if you do the setup right, in my opinion. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the roll on the sword that you want. This roll I'm going to show you first is my roll that I have as a drop. This is the best roll I've gotten so far. I just really don't feel like farming the red borders right now to craft one. So this is what I'm working with, and it works for me, honestly. But I will show you another roll that my buddy Kree has crafted, which is the roll you're going to want 100% because it's going to bring the impact up to 78, which ties it with Lament. Now, Lament does do the extra damage while guarding and doing light swings and a heavy, but this thing, all you have to do is do light swings, so it's consistent damage all the way through a damage phase. You don't have to do any blocking, none of that fancy stuff. The roll that you really want to look for in either a drop or if you want to craft a weapon is going to be the one I'm showing you on screen right now. This is my buddy Kree's roll. He has it crafted with the enhanced perks. The perks that you're going to look for are Jagged Edge, Swordmaster's Guard, Relentless Strikes, and Surrounded. Surrounded is just going to give us that extra damage buff when we have more enemies around us, which is pretty good for Crota because we do have a good bit of Thrall, Wizards, and Ogres, and even the Boomer Knights that spawn. So depending on where you are in the arena, it really is pretty easy to proc Surrounded. Now let me go ahead and add this friendly reminder in here for the people that do watch this video. This is not a sword or a weapon in general that you absolutely have to go grind to do the best of the best damage. It is just something that if you have the time, patience, and effort to go do, especially to grind out Tannic CPs, then you can go do it. It's totally up to you. If you want to get this ASAP, this week is the week to do it because Deepstone Crypt is the rotator raid for farming. So this week is the best week to get it. If not, you'd have to wait for Deepstone Crypt to roll around again, or you'd have to keep doing weekly runs hoping to get all the stuff that you need. But just save yourself and do it this week or wait for a farming week. You can still use any other damage strat that you want. I'm not saying you have to absolutely use this, but it does do good work. And it's a legendary sword, so you can use other exotics and have fun while doing this Crota raid. Let's be honest, after contest, Crota's easy, in my opinion especially, but it's totally up to you. In the background, I'm just showing you a one phase that we did with the swords. We have a tractor, well, and I think somebody was buffing us with Lumina, so we made it even better, but I really don't think we needed it. We still had a few seconds before the Oversoul went off. But if you guys enjoyed this video and you're liking the content that I'm putting out, make sure you try to leave a like, subscribe, and comment how you're feeling about Crota. I would also like to mention that I stopped the recording right after we killed Crota, so I didn't record the damage numbers, but I took a picture of them. And at the end, you can see me and my boy Kree, we did literally almost 1,000 damage apart, but we still put out over 5 million damage with the swords and swords alone. He didn't use any super, no damaging supers, no wither horde, none of that tick damage. It was just using the sword with light attack straight up.